Can you guys hear me now? I apologize. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me now? I could see it registering on the screen. I apologize. Oh, man. Another technical difficulty. I'm starting to get frustrated with it. Hopefully, it doesn't lag out like it did last Tuesday when I streamed. Starting to get a little frustrating for me. I signed up with fiber internet, which is supposed to be better than what I had. Slash Raptor, what's going on, man? Adams RC Adventures, how we doing? So, as I was saying before, I said hello to Hybrid, and then I started talking, and I guess you guys couldn't hear me. So, um, yes, I hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for congratulating me, Hybrid. It was something that I never thought would ever happen. Having complete strangers want to hear what I have to say. It's mind blowing to me. It's something that I strived for a long time, and then it's actually here. So I just got to keep going now. Gain another 1,000, break out another 1,000. You know what I'm saying? You guys are great. Todd, I just pushed the button, buddy. I just pushed the button. You know me. I don't like to self promote too much. I try not to. I don't like when people try and force content down everybody else's throat. So thanks, Adams RC Adventures. I appreciate that. Not so much force it, but we're friends. We're all friends, and if you guys want to watch, you can watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go and say watch this or else, because that's not how you should conduct yourself in society. It's not do this or else. It's hey man, you're your own person. Why don't you do what you want? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Be original. Find your own niche. Find your own find your own claim to fame. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? I for too long I worried about what everybody else was going to say on YouTube if I did this or I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to ask you again if you know what I'm saying. Uh, for the longest time, I only wanted to put nitro and gas stuff out because I was like, oh, I don't want to be known as the guy who does electric. And then I'm like, you know what? It's my stuff. If I want to put it on the computer and show everybody what I'm doing, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, I opened my mind a lot, is what I'm trying to get at. You have to open your mind to do YouTube. I know, Todd. I know. I know. Yeah, I'm a dummy too, man. I'm not saying I'm not, or I'm not saying I'm like the Messiah or anything. I'm just saying that I'm not a dummy. I am a dummy, though. I really am. So, anyway, what I want to get into tonight is if you guys recall 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know. I lose track of time. Serpent SRX8GT. I'll get you guys over here on the top down view. Serpent SRX8GT. We unboxed this live on stream not too long ago. Uh, I fired it up. We were going to do a break in, but I was testing some new ways of running nitro RCs inside my shop. Prototype number one didn't work. Long story short, it fired up, but it wasn't. It was getting choked out by the exhaust. So what I did, we went through and I figured out what I have to do. So version two of the shop exhaust system is under wraps or on the way, I should say. Anyway, this RC car, opened it up, plugged in a battery, and steering servo's dead. So I'm trying to get a hold of. I was trying to get a hold of Serpent America. Finally got an email back, or I called them. They told me to go online and fill out the form. I'm looking everywhere for the form, looking everywhere for the warranty form. So I email them. I said, guys, I can't find the warranty form on your website for the Serpent Electronics. Well, you have to click. There's a link for Sanwa warranty form. These must be Sanwa Electronics in this RTRRC. Get a hold of them. They send me the warranty form, and they're expecting me to pay shipping to ship back a defective item, which I think is totally uh, BS. You shouldn't have to pay yourself more money to get something running that should have been expected to run out of the box. Does that make sense? So you understand what I'm saying? Like how the consumer is supposed to be expected to send something back that was defective from the start on their own dime is just, it's unacceptable. So I asked them, I said, so you expect me to ship this back on my own dime? Crickets. I still haven't heard anything back from Serpent America. Well, anyways, I ended up getting a hold of A-Main Thursday. It was Thursday. I got a hold of A-Main, and the guy on the other end of the phone wouldn't even let me get the whole story out. He's like, stop right there. He's like, I'll get you a servo. He said, this should have been taken care of the first time you contacted us. He said they had problems with Serpent sometimes. So he says, what kind of servo do you want? What do you want? And I'm like, I honestly, dude, I'm not a big electronics guy. I usually run AGFRC because it's the most cost effective and the best servo that I have found in my budget. And he's like, well, we don't sell AGFRC, so what do you want? And I told him, I said, I'm not a big servo guy. I said, just send me something that is a replacement. I said, you can send me the direct replacement. I don't need anything special. He's like, don't worry, man, I got you. So he ends up sending me this ProTech PTK 155T. This is a metal case, digital. Is this high torque servo? It might be a brushless servo. I'm not sure. It's a coreless servo. So yeah, this is the servo that they sent to replace the steering servo, the stock steering servo in this Serpent. And honestly, it's above and beyond what needed to be done, in my opinion. And that's the type of stuff right there that keeps me going back to A-Main. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, A-Main Hobbies, man, for the win, for the win. You can't go wrong. Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. I'm just jump back into chat now. Chris, what's up, man? Yeah, A-Main, 100%. Treats their customers so nice. They didn't have to do that, is basically what I'm getting at. And that's what they did for someone like me. I'm not a big star. You know, they don't even know who I am. They're like, okay, this is Kyle from New York. What does he need? What does he need? You know, just good business. That is right, man. Just good business. ProTech is good. So if I like the servo slash Raptor, I think I'm going to run it in my. I'm going to get more of these. They're a little pricey for my budget, but for the what am I building? The 8X buggy. I think I'll get one of these for or two of these, I should say. Texas Hill, what's up, man? Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad they hooked me up too. Mr. Chris is here. Mr. Chris. Chris is a good dude, guys. Check him out. Check out all these guys. Everybody here. Check them all out. Everybody in this chat. Check them out. Come on, guys. Share the wealth. Share the wealth. But let me go get a bottle of water and then we'll get into this. I talked for so long that I'm parched. What I also want to do, because I wasn't too impressed with how the failsafe was backwards, and I really don't want to mess with it too much, is I'm gonna hook this up with my Noble. I'm gonna hook this up with my Noble, guys, just because it's a radio I know and trust. You understand? I'm not gonna screw around, especially with an on-road where there's curbs. I'm not gonna screw around with a runaway. So that's where we're at with this. We got our beautiful Protect Servo. That's beautiful, guys. Like, stuff like that, man. That's the stuff that everybody needs to understand. Like, you can't expect a company like A-Main not to stand behind their customers. And the way to do it is you don't go on the internet and start talking smack. You have to be professional about it. You know, I mentioned something the other day when I was building the Losi kit. I mentioned something. I just said, hey, I was having problems, and that's where I left it. I could have made a huge video and made a big deal about it, but I didn't. I'm just gonna grab some Cow RC wipes now and just clean. There's some grease on this case. We'll clean it up and then wipe it down. But I handled it professionally, I feel. And it's not like I went to A-Main or I went to Serpent and I didn't try and name drop my channel or anything like that and say I'm gonna badmouth you. No, I just waited and was patient, and they took care of me, guys. So that's all you need to do. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Yep. Yep. Everybody needs an on-road car now. Sometimes it's easier to find. There's so many more spots to find to do on-road stuff than the off-road. But then again, the off-road stuff is a lot more exciting. To me, it is, at least. But who am I? Right, right. Slash Raptor. It's amazing how many grown men act like small children when it comes to this hobby. And then there's guys who want to make astronomical and erroneous claims and try and throw dollar amounts on all their stuff. Like, who cares, man? If somebody wants to buy something that's not, $7,000, I'll throw that number out. I don't know why that number sticks in my head. But if somebody just wants to buy something and they like it, who cares what everybody else thinks? Who cares? Like, you'll see a video and they'll put this cost me X amount of dollars in the title, and they try and use the dollar amount on their builds as like a clickbait scam. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. If people want to know how much my builds cost, I'll tell them. I'll give them a ballpark, but I'm not going to go advertise it. Well, one, because I don't want my wife to find out how much I spend on all this stuff. I mean, she has an inkling, but and two, it's nobody's business. If you've been doing the hobby long enough, you know how much stuff costs. You understand what I'm getting at? John, Big John, what's up, man? Big John's got a $12,000 low C5B. I've never seen anything like it. The thing runs on straight unicorn piss, 100 to 1. Vance is here. What's up, Vance? How we doing, man? Vance is here. Vance and Wade have some exciting stuff coming out. Keep an eye out for that, guys. SRE boys have some very exciting stuff coming out. Exactly, Todd. Exactly. Somebody can just explain what parts they have, and like I said, I'm gonna trip over my words like I always do because my mouth moves faster than my brain can process what I'm saying. Unless you're buying stuff, uh, unless you're buying stuff on the used market for extreme discounts, and none of it's ever an extreme discount because everybody wants to ask $400,000 for everything they own. People think it's like chasing classic cars like you're Wayne Carini. It doesn't happen that way, guys. But anyways, what I was getting at, unless you're buying stuff on the used market and getting extreme discounts on it, people know what you spent. You've been, like Todd said, if you guys have been in the hobby for long enough, you know what's been spent. No secrets, guys. You're not hiding. Nobody's hiding any secrets here. I do eventually want to switch this, get rid of this switch that they have in there too. I don't like these. I'd rather have a digital switch in there for a lipo. But then again, we're not getting that carried away with it just yet. Still is an RTR. Still is an RTR, guys. No need for too many upgrades. I'm just doing uh, necessary upgrades, in my opinion. Like I said, that failsafe being backwards scares the crap out of me. And even if I set it correctly, it's still going to always be in the back of my mind that, hey, man, guess what? When you bought that RTR, that Nitro on-road, remember the failsafe was backwards? It's gonna stick in my mind forever. Every time I run it, it'll stick in my mind. See if my noble receiver will fit in there. Exactly, Slash Raptor. Yeah, man, I do need to get me some. I need to get on that voodoo wagon. The voodoo wagon. Oh, man. I don't know. I like running scuff tires. That's just me. Depends on what surface we're running on. Where we race, it's a couple years old now. The parking lot is, so I can only imagine what it looks like after this summer or after this winter. We honestly didn't race much this year. Hopefully, hopefully the guy that runs everything gets a little more time. would like to race more. Yeah, Todd. That's hilarious. Then this one time at band camp, that's the only part that people remember about that whole dialogue section in that movie. Is it that one time at band camp? And the one time at band camp? Hear that? Hear that screw skipping on the head? I'll send that thing down until it's a safety screw head. Got plenty of screws, guys. We got plenty of screws over here. We got east side screws, we got west side screws, we got, you know what I'm saying? Screws for days, screws for days. Alright, let's pull this. Now, that looks like it's going to be extremely unpleasant to pull that. I think I want to change gears here, guys. I'm gonna pull the whole battery tray, the whole electronics tray. I'm gonna pull it, and I'll tell you why. Because this is going to be extremely unpleasant to fish the wire back through and under, and then into the receiver box. Yep, extremely unpleasant. Listerine mouthwash. I've honestly never heard that before. To soften the tires. I've been using mineral spirits or naphtha, whatever I can get my hands on. It's been mineral spirits. Some of the guys use naphtha, and then I'll just sneak some of theirs. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I just don't want to take out any unnecessary screws. And I usually do. I usually take out more than what's needed. It's usually how my wrenching goes, trial and error. Did I really grab all 2mm hexes and no 2.5s? Oh, there's a 2.5. Yeah. You guys are great. Not on my RC tires, John. I've been known to water a tire or two. Did come with these nice plastic cases that some of these servos come in are very useful. Hopefully I got them all. Oh, there's one right there next to the engine mount. That's for the center diff. Oh, no, we got one more up here. There it is. It pops right out, guys. Definitely the easiest way to work on some of this stuff is just pull everything you can apart. Because now I can fish wires through with these instead of trying to get my fingers between a chassis. And because even this hole here, I may or may not. Oh, no, I got room. I was just going to say I may or may not have to take the rest of the wires out. So here's the bad servo. I have no idea what's wrong with it, guys. Don't ask me. I'm really not going to take it apart and find out. I'm just going to put it in the parts bin. Happy birthday, John. What's up, Lotus? How we doing, man? Seen you were out running your rampage. At least you were doing it on your channel. I don't know if you're actually doing it today or not. Oh man, I hope this wire's long enough. That would really stink, huh? Could always make an extension wire. Alright, well, that's gonna fit in the chassis. Ooh, it's gonna be stretching it, guys. Be just enough wire, maybe. Get this fished in there. Yeah, look how short that is. Oh no. Gonna have to make an extension wire. Not cool, guys. And furthermore, all three of the wires are the same color. Furthermore, came with a nice aluminum. Is that an aluminum servo horn in there? Yeah, I don't know why. Like, there needs to be a standardized servo wire length. Like, all these manufacturers need to talk to each other, especially the aftermarket, and just say, hey guys, here's what we need to do. What's the average length of a battery box, battery tray? And then come up with something that's the same. Like, I don't get it. Why not make it more appealing to the consumer? Because unfortunately, this is the orientation that I have to put this servo in this tray, and now I'm going to have to make an extension, and I don't know which is positive, which wire's yeah, I don't know which one's positive and which one's negative, or where's the communication wire, because they're all the same color. But I'm still very appreciative of the servo that was sent, because I'm not complaining. That is for sure. Don't take that as a complaint. It is definitely not a complaint. Just sounds like it because of the way I'm talking, but it is not a complaint in the slightest. Debating whether or not I want to put the rubber. I kind of do want to. I like putting these in, especially on steering servos that take a lot of abuse. I feel it helps. The little rubber bubber baby bunkers. And this one also came with these nice concave washers. I try and utilize as much hardware that comes with this stuff as possible. Try to. Wonder if the stock screws will fit down there. Probably not. No, because these use a pan head. So that's not going to work, and it's a different thread. Actually, these are shorter screws, and they're designed to fit within this washer, like so. But yeah, it'll have enough. I'm going to use these. These Serpent ones are ridiculously long, the stock ones. I don't know why, but I'm sure I'll find out that there was a reason why they manufactured it to be that long, but you got to find out for yourself. Give it the old college try. The rubber goes in the trash. Yeah. I know. Sometimes I like using it. You know what, John? Just for you, I'll put the rubber in the trash, okay, buddy? But if I start breaking battery trays, I'm going to say, well, John DRC told me to put the rubber in the trash. So I'm going to make a 30-minute long video and explain how John D broke my RC because he told me to put the rubber in the trash. Just kidding, guys. I would never do that to John. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm coming down with something. Getting down with the sickness. Just threading in the plastic, guys. Just threading in the plastic. What's everybody up to? Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. Why? Loosen that up a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Yep. Yeah, there it is. She caught, guys. She caught. I was getting a little worried. Everything was misaligned, but it was my own fault. I jumped the gun and tightened stuff down before it was ready. I could definitely use taller gears in the MCD. 100%, man. That's only a 27 in there. From what I was told by Mike, that MCD with that Taylor 40 wants to be at, it wants like a 30 tooth pinion on there. The reason I'm geared down 3 teeth is just for my braking until I find that sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? That's only the first time I ever actually put that engine under load. Alrighty, so grab my battery. Got to run the snowplow today, guys. The RC Ohio snowplow. Had a blast. Had an absolute blast. Video coming soon. Burnsy here?
Shutting down.
No Burnsy? Burnsy. Burnsy. Alright, let's see. Model 9. Yes, I want to switch the current one. Name. Sorry, guys, I can't do that backwards. This is going to be... let's see. Alright, Serpent SRX8GT. Now let's go to update receiver. This is a FGR4 version 2. Update these Noble receivers. You jump, bind, and channel 4. Like that. And then you power it on. You give her some juice. Alright, see it flashing, guys? Can you see that? Then you pick your receiver out of the lineup here. And then you just click update. And there it goes. See the bar? I don't know if you guys can see that going across, but it's updating the receiver. Update is stored in the radio. And then you can simply exit out of that. Turn it off. And then take the bind plug and put it in the bind section correctly. Power your receiver back on. Now you got an even faster blink. And then you go to bind set, classic, start your bind.
Binding successful.
Now I'm all bound up. I can go ahead and
Signal lost.
pull that. And now what I would like to do,
Signal lost.
I'm going to pull this wire back out and I'm going to see which direction this plug goes into this receiver so I can find out which way is positive and which way is negative so I can make my extension. So, like that. Give her some power. Alright, so There's our correct orientation. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a silver marker. Take this silver marker in. I color this. Alright, so I colored that side. That is our comm wire. Alright, shut this down.
Signal lost. Shutting down.
Grab a pen or pencil here. Pencil. Just label that so I can remember what I have to do with the time it takes. Oh yeah, man, it's 100%. That thing's getting hill climbed, man. It's already planned on it. We're gonna have a good time out there this year. Mr. Brian. Mr. Brian always rewatches the show, man. Excited to come out there this year, Brian. Big bore. You know what? I got nothing on that, John. Big bores are nice, but sometimes you can have just as much fun with that small bore. Sometimes, not all the time. Yeah. But it all depends on who you're on, what you want to do. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna extend this wire, guys, and then I'll heat shrink it together, and I'll put it inside the battery tray. So let me just make sure I have enough. And you can make this as long as you want, as small as you want. I mean, it's dealer's choice with this stuff, guys. Dealer's choice. See if I can find my wire strippers. Sorry if I'm sniffling in your guys' ears. Like I said, I might be coming down with a sickness. Ooh, wow. Crappy strippers. Where's my good strippers? Stagger my joints. Stagger. I will stagger my joints, Todd. Yes, I will. Where? Oh, where? See, guys, this wouldn't be a KGM stream if he wasn't searching for tools. And honestly, I don't know how this stuff gets misplaced like this, because I mean, I do have 3 different toolboxes in here. Guess we're using these strippers tonight. I can't remember the last time I even used those other strippers, so these ones need a little bit of lube on them. Give her some MP. Yep, a little bit of MP makes the world go round. hit it with a cow RC wipe. We'll get the residual oil up and wipe her down. Yeah. I wish I could do that, John. I really do wish I could do that. How do I want to do this? Be long enough there, huh? I bought this off of Amazon. This will do JST connectors and Futaba connectors. Comes with all your pins and such. Your Gozinias and Gozanias. These are Gozanias. Then you use the Gozinias on this side. Does that make any sense, guys? Probably not. You guys are probably thinking, what's a Gozinia and what's a Gozania? Well, to tell you the truth, I really don't even know myself. I worked for a plumber that used to say that. Oh, excuse me. Is that a Gozinia or a Gozania? I don't know, man. You tell me. Alright, so I want that to be able to slide. Nope. I need the other style out of here. This one. This is the side I want. I'll label this silver too, so that way I know. Silver's going to be towards me in this process. Silver will be the white wire on this guy. Oh. Yeah, man, Brian's very down to earth. Definitely definitely fortunate to have met him through all you guys. And that's what I mean. Like him and I are nothing shy of or nothing short of being neighbors. You know, I probably drove by his house 100,000 times, and then through the process of YouTube, he stumbles across me one day, and the rest is history. Strip that wire out. These are very difficult to work with sometimes. You really can't solder them, because if you solder them, then the little black connector part won't go over them. Definitely not the easiest thing to work with. Tell you that for free. That's for certain. All right. Now I got to do the red one. Sorry, guys, if it's quiet. I got to concentrate. Robert, what's up, my man? How you doing, man? You know, you probably could find a way to get a little drop of solder in there, but probably could. I'm sure the factory ones are soldered somehow, but the last time I tried it, I couldn't get the solder thin enough, and I couldn't get that black connector part on. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right, guys. Wish they made ones with better easeability of getting them together. There's no easeability here for sure, guys. I'm not even on camera. I just noticed that. What a terrible host. Not even showing you guys what I'm doing. Terrible host, guys. Look at that. Over here flapping my gums and not even showing you guys what I'm up to. All right. Just give her a twist and slide her in there, and then you crimp her home and call it a love story, right? Call it a love story. Wasn't expecting to have to do this, that's for sure. So now I can get that last heat shrink on there. And these aren't necessary, but they do help insulate these in case they were to ever come in contact with each other somehow. Not saying that that would happen ever. I just want to see how far back that heat shrink has to go. Because that clips in like that. Right, so that should probably pull these out back a little bit. What you do is put it in and then heat shrink it. Alright, so this goes up, up, and in. Sorry guys, I did it again. Not showing you guys what I'm doing. Give it a tug. Sometimes you just got to manipulate them a little bit to fit. Such a small thing, you got to manipulate it a little bit. Kind of use this sometimes to just course it in, then gently pull on this because you don't want to bend this. Then you got to start the whole process over again. Ask me how I know. Ever so slightly. Gotta give it a tug. See, you don't want to go in like that. It's getting hung up on something. Pain in the butt sometimes, but in the end, there it is. And it's in there. It slides right in and locked in now. Now it's locked. Ain't going nowhere. Sometimes I feel like it might even be easier to just pull all three wires separate, but that's something that if you're doing it yourself to use your own discretion on. Insert that one, give her a tug. That one's in. Now just the negative has to go in. Then I'll test it and I'll heat shrink everything at the end. Because I still got to test. I still got to splice the other side in with a female side, female connector. Then you can just slide all them heat shrinks down and got yourself a nicely made connector. See what I mean? And there you go, guys. That's how you do it. Just like that. Jump into the chat, guys. Sorry. I was neglecting y'all. All right. Robert said hello. You guys are talking amongst yourself. Yes. I'm glad John's excited that Kyle is tugging on it. Ugh. Oh, hold on a minute, guys. I got a text message from Chef Beardsley. You guys hear me all right? Hopefully, I won the. Hopefully, I win that Gravedigger that Primal RC was giving away. That'd be cool. That would be amazing. Sorry, guys. I had to text Chef back. I don't like to keep Chef. Uh-oh.
Welcome to Noble.
I was waiting.
Shutting down.
I was wondering when you were going to come out of the bushes, Burnsy. Yeah, that's a crazy looking wheel that you had there, huh? Yeah, it was they had it advertised. They started advertising it like the last week in January. I think Friday was the last day for entries. Um if you paid 25 bucks, you got 40 entries. So that's what I did. Then you also got like some reflective stickers. So I mean, the way I looked at it is I paid $25 for stickers if I lost, but I don't know when they're going to send the stickers out. I was kind of expecting them to send those right away as like a consolation prize, but yeah, they must. What did Forrest Gump say? The government must keep all that money because I ain't seen a dime of that. Okay, guys, so let's get on the other end here and do our gozanias. So it looks like my white wire is going to want to go all the way to this side, all the way to the right hand side. So I want this connection to go like so. Yes, so I want this to be my white side. Guys, this, like, just that simple color line. I know it'll get all over your fingers, but just something as simple as that when you're doing something like this. Like, I don't do this all the time. Just that little marking helps so much. You understand? Like, it's something that isn't second nature. It's not like how do I want to say it? It's not something you do every day, so you get a little rusty at it, and that little marking helps tremendously. Just kind of snip it a little bit at a time off. Hey, what's up, Judas? I haven't seen you in a while, man. If I did, if I missed you in the past few streams, I apologize. Mr. Grandpa's RC Barn, appreciate you stopping by, checking out the stream tonight. Guys, I try and keep these streams as family friendly as I can. Um, I know sometimes people watch streams with their kids. Every once in a while, I'll sit with my kids and we'll watch like an RC Guy Garage stream or even Chef Beardsley because Chef Beardsley keeps it relatively clean. Um, but there's times where I slip up and I say a few choice adjectives or is that the right term? I don't know, but I try, guys. Everybody's human. They all make mistakes. Can't be a machine all the time. Unless you're Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer's the machine. Me? I'm not. Pink Floyd? Pink Floyd's the machine. Me? I'm not. Tell you what, sometimes I wish I had a machine to do these. everybody's watching this and they're thinking they want to buy these kits to do this, and then they're like, nope, I'd rather just buy one at the hobby shop that's already pre-made. But the reason I bought this was because I had an ESC wire go through a gear one time, or get caught around a drive shaft and got ripped apart, and I had to fix it. Hey, Sergeant J, what's up, man? Addicted to RC, how you doing? Yeah, Sergeant J. Everybody, go check out Sergeant J. He restarted. He started from scratch, guys. I'm glad he's back at it. Sergeant J is a good dude, good wholesome content. So is Addicted. Addicted's good too, man. Addicted's a great dude. All you guys who hang out with me here, you guys are all top-notch, stellar gentlemen in my book, or ladies. Sorry if I missed a. According to my analytics, there's more females tuning in. But still, only about 25% of my viewers are subscribed. I'm over here, not even on camera again. If I had my other strippers, this would have been stripped already, but I don't know where I misplaced them. And this one doesn't want to grip. Little 22 gauge section. It's skipping. So I'm kind of trying to straddle it. That'll work. That'll work. Alrighty. Get this one crimped down there and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, man, this is very tedious, Grandpa Judah. Very tedious. Guys, he's not my grandfather. That's his name. That's what I called him. I'm sure you guys know that, but what time we got? We got 8:53. Hopefully I'm entertaining you guys well tonight for a Saturday. I'm sure there's other programs that are on, but you guys chose to fly with me tonight, and I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, guys, I know I've told a few other people that I talk to outside of my streams, but if you guys are going to be around, I believe Thursday night, tentatively Thursday night, I will put out an announcement in either maybe a short. I'll do a short announcement, or I will do it on my community tab. We're going to throw a party here for 1,000 subscribers. And it's not going to be anything special. It's just going to be, stream party, guys. Nice little party for everybody. An appreciation party, if you will. I wish I had gifts to give, but I don't. Oh, guys, I forgot. I'm not worried about putting the heat shrinks on this side. I don't have any gifts to give you guys. I apologize. Sometimes, like, I don't feel like I'm there yet at the giveaway stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't want to use those giveaways or a giveaway as a crutch to, how do I want to say this? As like a crutch to gain subscriptions. I don't want to do that. So we're not quite there yet, guys. Eventually, I want to do that stuff, but you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like guys start fishing with giveaways. That makes sense. And if it don't, I apologize. And why aren't you good enough for your home? There it is. It went in. All right. Give this some. Oh, let's turn the radio on. Burnsy, I hope you're still here. That's for you, Bernsey. That's for you, buddy. Ruh-roh. That ain't good, Raggy. Now what did I do? After all that, guys, I still did it backwards. I wired it backwards. Well, that means I just have to make sure that I put this on correctly.
Signal lost. Shutting down.
Oh, you silly goose. How did I do that? I wasn't paying attention. That's how. Addicted, you need a 50 GT in your laminator. That's what you need in your laminator. That's what Addicted needs in his laminator, is a 50 GT. Taylor RC 50 GT. That big old honking pipe hanging out the back of the cage. All right. Power this back up. Get the big shrink sleeves out. I got them somewhere. Here they are. Get the big shrink sleeves out. Hey, Chef's here. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, guys. I had 2 people tell me today, before I even saw myself, that I was at 1,000, and it was Chris was one, and Chef was the other. So, you guys are great. All right, so I'm just gonna slide this down and over. Hopefully that's not too big. If it is, I'll wrap it with tape. Just wanted to double check that it's correct. Yeah.
Shutting down.
And now I'll shrink it for all ever and eternity, or eternity, for ever and eternity. Get that word out of my mouth. That's not going to shrink down very well over those tiny wires. Again, sorry guys, I'm off the camera. Jeez, this guy's terrible at this stuff. Wade's Fifth Scale for Life. What's up, man? Good to see you here. The only reason why I did that was so that this doesn't want to come apart while we're running. And it's very easy to remove that. All right. Just simply cut that off. But that'll keep that from coming apart. We'll just fish this guy back under. There we go. Now we gotta really have this. I wired it upside down, guys. Well, I wired this side upside down, not this side. Give her some power again. Again, shout out to Bernsey. Welcome to Noble. We got power to that servo. And we're good to go, guys. We are good to go. Yeah. I heard you, Lola. Alright, so now we go in there with this guy. Channel 2. This is our power switch. This goes there. Yep, ground goes down. The ground is down, guys. The ground is down. Pop the antenna tube over it. Where did I put that? Where did I put that antenna tube, guys? There it is. There we go. Antenna tube in. Ready to install this back inside the car. Where did I put that little grub screw? There it is. There it is. Got her. Got her little grub screw there. Yeah, man. Ticton needs 2 raminators. Ticton needs 2 raminators. Problem is it takes a lot to upkeep a raminator, especially just in servos. Alright, make sure I got that switch wired up correctly before I send it home. Yeah. I had the throttle servo went upside down, the wire. Yeah, that happens, guys. Like I said, sometimes you're only human. Steering. Steering. Throttle brake. We got her licked now, guys. We got her licked now. This guy could just stay in there. And doing it this way, guys, is I don't even have to, if I want to change out a steering servo or something, I don't even have to go into this box anymore. I could just do it all from right in the battery box, and then this nice ProTech battery. This is actually a really nice receiver pack. Fits anywhere. And that's that'll fit in there well. There's that train. There's that train. You know what though, man? You say that addicted, and then you look at like if you go somewhere and people are like, "Oh my gosh, what is that thing?" And then they hear it fire up. It's quite the spectacle. Here's another RTR radio and receiver combo. So guys, what I found is if it fits, the easiest way to store these together is to put the receiver right in here. Now see, look at this. This is the crap. That would have lost a lot of range. Look at that. This is all frayed. I probably pulled it off in the tube when I pulled the tube off, but anywho. Now sometimes you can get these to fit in there. And if they do, it's a perfect way to store these. If it works. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it do and sometimes it don't. Got a couple of these RTR radios that I don't use anymore. Just like that, guys. Mated pair. All right. You know what, Lotus? He says that, but some of these, I've seen some of these. What you call it? Some of these, come on, think, brain, think. These electric setups in these raminators are just incredible, guys. Like, definitely gives it a more true to scale telemetry than stock. But the Taylor is just all around. Uh, Taylor is just an all around beast. It checks all the boxes. It gives you the noise. It gives you the wheelies. It gives the power to that raminator. If I win that raminator, you bet your butt it's getting a Taylor 50. Even if I have to sell a kidney to get it. It said kidney. Kidney. That's back in there. Make sure I don't pinch any wires when I put this top back on. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Get these, some tiny little screws here. Definitely not hating on the Taylor setup in the Raminator though, because they're very impressive. Here we go. Here we go. Now I just gotta wait for it to rain and clean the road off again before I can take this thing out for a rip. Weather turned to crap again around here. Had to salt the roads. I woke up to a slight dusting of snow this morning. That was cool. Got a chance to use the RC Ohio snowplow. All right. Got that bad girl buttoned up. Look how nice this is all going to tuck in there, guys. Lay the battery flat. That'll sneak over that way. That'll tuck in like that. It's going to be mint, guys. It's going to be minty fresh. Staggered my joints like Todd said. We'll tuck in like that. It'll work, guys. It'll be beautiful. It'll be tremendous. It'll be the most stupendous RC car you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, so did my wife, Lotus. You knew I was going to say that, right? Who? Come on. And here I am talking about how family friendly I am. Then I throw out an innuendo like that. Line up the chassis holes. Yep, everything's lined up. I'll just start these with the electric drill, and then torque them down with the what you call that? The hand driver. Get you under the camera, guys. I apologize. I apologize for being a rude host. And not sharing what I'm doing. I don't want to cinch these all the way down yet. Just enough to get them close. I'll finish them off with the hand driver, guys. You don't know how many plastic parts I've stripped out over the years from the electric drill. It was even worse when I just used my standard Milwaukee drill. Or the impact gun was another one. Or how many RTRs have you guys gotten and they came stripped out of the box? You know what I'm saying? Like the guy who was putting them together just didn't care. Zero cares to have that day, and he just sent them home with all the force he had and stripped them right out. It's crazy. But those are usually the low end budget friendly ones that really don't have any that kind of get like that. So do you think it would be beneficial to put the ProTech aluminum servo horn in? I don't know. It does look better. Welcome to Noble. Ah, no. I really wish I could have soldered those. It'd give me a better peace of mind than a heat shrink, but make sure my steering trim is centered out before I put this on. All right. Wow, that's holy crap, that's a fast servo. Wow, that's a very fast servo. Watch this. It just shot the strip out the servo horn before I even get it on. Oh, where did I put the bag of the from the servo kit? Put this bag away. I don't know what I did with it. Fall on the ground? I don't know. Losing my mind again. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Ah, yes, there it is. Yep. I try and keep the screws that, or use the screws that the manufacturer sends with the servo, because some of them are shorter than others. Like this screw is way longer than that, but that's also, I guess it's not incredibly thick. Sorry for sniffling in your guys' ears. Like I said earlier, I feel like I might be. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. But I think I'm going to use the. I think I'm going to use the Serpent, the one that came off the stock Serpent, just for the fact it is a little shorter, and I'll keep all the Protect stuff together. I'm just going to put a teeny dab of this medium strength purple purple Loctite on there, not red, purple, because it is a servo, and sometimes they can be sensitive. You're trying to take them apart. How fast that is, guys. You gotta set the endpoints in the worst way in that before I strip them. And guys, for something like that, that was totally unexpected to me to get. I'm extremely impressed. And you know what that's gonna, you know what that does right there? That makes me want to come back for another Protect. Seriously, guys, it's a fast servo. Oh. Purple Loctite, man. Dude, I put everything together with the purple Loctite. I put my fifth scales together with the purple Loctite. It's decent, guys. It's and you can get the stuff apart without heat. Hating on my purple Loctite Lotus. Come on, man. Come on, man. My endpoints. Set that endpoint. Holy crap. Wow. I've never had that low before. Guys, that cam's over at 35%. I've never had that low before. Servo's got an incredible throw on it. .35 is the magic number on that for the right to the left. Like 48 to the left. It's crazy how unbalanced it is too, but it's the way that that bell crank set up. I love how sensitive the Noble is. Look at that, pick that up. I gotta adjust these a little bit. This tire here is kicked out just slightest. This one's zeroed out. Oh, I can't wait to rip this thing, guys. Oh my gosh. In the worst way.
Center point.
Throttle centered. Let's get this guy in there. Got the throttle centered. I can set my endpoints on that. Purple pasta. Yeah, man. I need to fix my alignment. I do. It's just a wee bit off. There it is. There it is. There it is, guys. Set the endpoint on the throttle. Turn this way down. Oh, well, that's 60, man. All right. Oh, too far. Don't want to pull that slide. Look down the carb, make sure that's opening the carb all the way. Too much. Pulling fuel into the carb. Pumping it like an old. Alright, I gotta adjust this. Let some of that out on the linkage. Just a little bit. Let this cowl it out a little bit. There we go. Still a little too much, guys. That's full bore right there. Put a little bit more pressure on that throttle return spring. That's incredible. All right, back to break off. Sorry guys, let me just get this up so I can. That's not even engaging the brake yet. There we go. Run that at 50. Run that at 49.50 until I really get it ran. And then I need to
Center point.
all right.
Center point.
I just set all those endpoints, and I need to skip that over a tooth because it's holding my carb open too much, and I'm out of throw on the linkage. So this is all behind the scenes stuff, guys. No true RC guys know this stuff. I know all you guys know how to do this stuff, but just me talking to myself, I guess. See, can I skip a tooth on this and slide that? That's better. And then I'll just have to let off on. See, it came with all these different bell cranks right here, guys. Well, it's for this different tooth servos, but I'm wondering if they're all the same shape. Yes, sir. I see that. I'm trying to zero that out, man. So what I'm trying to figure out though is if I'm going to loosen this collet up. All right, loosen that collet up, and then let's see if I can. All right, so I skipped a tooth there. All right, so I skipped a tooth there. Let me nail this home. This is where I want this guy. All right, that's nailed home. Brakes aren't dragging. Excuse me. So now I can adjust my collets. All right, now I can adjust these. So that is fully closed. Adjust this collet. Yeah, I hear you, Noble. All right, so that's fully closed. Set this one. All right, so now that should keep that carb. See that? Return to zero, guys. Just a little work. And now I gotta open that throttle more. Get my big dome in the way there, guys. Sorry. Wide open there. Wide open, and then I'll back the brakes off. Back them up, back them up. Those are tight. Don't want to bend the linkage rod. It's tight. Don't want to bend the carb either. Interesting. That is interesting. That locks the drivetrain up though. Yep. All right, that's at 33, guys. 33% brake, 40% throttle. I'm happy with that. Save that.
Signal lost.
Turn that off. Pull the battery. Put the battery back in my LiPo bag. Yep. That's how we roll, man. That's how we roll. That's how we roll, guys. You guys, man. See how we roll tonight, man? We got that all figured out, guys. It's crazy how you jump into a project and you're not really expecting to do more than what you thought you were going to do. Well, that usually happens with me. I get into a project like this and I'm expecting it to go, XYZ, like this, like that, and boom, 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 smooth. Well, tonight wasn't exactly smooth. I had to go and do things that I didn't expect to do, like lengthen that wire between the receiver and the servo to accommodate for the shorter wire on this ProTech servo. So that just goes to show you guys, you can't account too much for time when you're wrenching and you want to get something done. You actually have to slot more time than expected sometimes. As I ramble on about this, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, you guys? You know what I mean, you? All right, let's see. All right. I don't know everything, Todd. I wish I knew everything. I don't. A lot of times I learn every day. I learn every day. I go to work, I learn every day. I do. I come home, I go on YouTube, I learn about RCs every day. I learn every day, man. When you stop learning, that's the problem, guys. That's the problem. All right, guys, I'm out of content. I don't know what else to do tonight. I fix this, and I have to work in the morning. I'll put the body back on that, though, because that's a good looking car, guys. That's a good looking car. This Serpent is a really, really nice looking car, guys. Where? There it is. There's the air cleaner. Oh, this thing's ready to rip, guys. It is ready. Already then. Where did I put the battery top for that battery box? It's around here somewhere. There it is. I'll put this back on. I really want to run this in the worst way, guys. In the worst way. Take it to the speed run spot. Give her a go. Not this weekend. It's got to warm up a little bit, especially with nitro for me. Gotta warm up just a hair. Take that for an example of being stripped out of the box. I only took this off once during the unboxing, and I never put it back on again till now. Just a battery box, right, guys? All of these feel stripped, honestly, because these are incredibly tiny. This is high quality for an RTR. I mean, the servos might not be the best, but as far as the rest of it, extremely high quality. And it's a 2-speed. You really can't go wrong. Can't go wrong at all. But look at that. Look at that nice, oh, here, top down, guys. Can't even see it because it's so bright. That nice shiny servo with that gold inlay. Definitely a beautiful servo. I wonder if they have a one that's dumbed down for the throttle. I would 100% get one of these for my what's that thing I'm building? The low C8 kit that I'm building. Makes me want one for that. Seeing how fast that is, might have a new servo to run. A little out of my price range though. Definitely something that I'd have to account for and save for. Can't just go and be like, hey man, I need a servo. Let me get a few of them Pro-Techs that I like. Definitely not. Get the body back on. Get the body on. Definite shout out to A Main is in needed. You know, in need. Shout out to A Main. All right. There we go. There we go. We got the body back on. This joint be looking sweet, guys. I can't wait to just see this thing go meet me. That's my impression of a Nitro RC. Meet me. Yelling 2-speed, baby, like hybrid does. Nothing better, guys. Honestly, though, the electronic, like that stock servo, the throttle servo, is fine. The radio, I hooked my Noble up to it, and that's an incredibly fast servo with the radio hooked to it. So, I still don't know what's wrong with this thing, man. It irks me, but it's all taken care of now, guys. All taken care of now. Thanks, guys. Thanks, I appreciate it. I appreciate the compliments, guys, and I also appreciate everybody who congratulated me on 1,000 tonight. But like I said, we're going to have a stream party tentatively this Thursday, and we'll get it hooked up, guys. But if you guys couldn't tell, I'm starting to pack up. This is it for me, guys. Start the 2-minute countdown. It's 9:40 now. We'll go to 9:45, guys. I'll end it at 9:45. So you got me for another 3-4 minutes. But yeah, it's all in this, guys. This is all in how you want to do your own RC hobby, man. There's over 1,000 people now that want to hear and see what I have to say. It's and they support me for how I do it. It's incredible. meet so many great people that I now call my friends. Todd, John, Chris, Robert, Vance, Wade, Lotus. Guys I'll talk to on a regular basis. Hybrid. I remember watching Hybrid back when I was looking up cheap RTR nitros. And I think the first video of hybrids I found was that it was a Exceed hybrid or a Exceed nitro. It was like how to start it after long-term storage, and that's how I found hybrid. And now he's a good friend of mine. It's incredible. Like stuff like that just blows my mind. You know, just you, when you put you kind of put like your fears. Like I'm sure everybody who makes videos, everybody on YouTube who makes videos have like a phobia of it at first. Like how you gonna talk to the camera and how are you gonna present yourself and like I had like a complex about it at first. Like how do I sound like how do I sound to people? How do I look to people? Am I doing this right? And you never you're always going to have an enemy. You're always going to have somebody who doesn't like you. You're always going to be how do I want to put this? You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea all the time, and that's okay, guys. It's completely fine, you know. So that's kind of how I'm going to end this tonight. Just my little rant, my thank you. You guys are all great. I'm glad I'm fortunate enough to call you all my friends, my followers, my disciples. You know, it's insane to think that just 3 years ago, guys, is when I really started making these videos. I went from a watcher to a maker, and really came. It's really all came to fruition now, guys. It's a real up and down struggle, you know, but positive um, feedback like this, like live streams, positive feedback, comments and videos, positive feedback, seeing the thumbs up on my videos, positive feedback. That's all what keeps you going. Like Lotus is just starting out. I'm sure he gets a lot of positive feedback that really keeps him going. You know, it's amazing because I go back and I'll watch like my first, second, third video, and it's like, how did I think that I was ever going to make anything more than that? And then I start looking at more of them, and you can honestly see a progression in people's videos as they talk to different people and they pick up different pointers from this guy and they pick up a different pointer from that guy, and you take everything that everybody gives you and you make it your own. You got to kind of, you don't want to be a copycat is what I'm saying. And I know like sometimes you might feel like somebody else comes off as a copycat, but it's how you take it and make it your own and make it original and find your own voice, for lack of a better term. You know, it's you're not trying to imitate people. You're just trying to take what they do and make it your own. Is what I'm saying, because there's only so much that you can do with the content that you have. Like, I mean, if everybody's going out and buying the same RC, there's only so much that can be said about it. You're not going to say what somebody else said verbatim. You're going to make it your own words. And I'm just rambling again. I'm just babbling my little lips off, flapping my gums. But it's positive. It's not like I'm not over here talking crap. I'm flapping my gums about. And my headphones just died, so that means it's time for me to. That's like my 2-hour timer, guys. When the headphones die in my ears and I hear they go boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, I usually get one go before the other. They go boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's the exact sound they make, verbatim. And then I know it's time to lose the stream. That's my timer, guys. It's the headphones play me off the stage, like when they're talking too long at the Oscars. Exactly what I'm doing now, guys. But tonight's been great, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me as I messed around with the electronics in this on-road nitro. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Sorry if I missed anybody in the chat. I was very deep in thought tonight with all this. If anybody wants the link to those plugins from Amazon, I'll put them in the chat when the video's done, and not in the chat. I'll put them in the description of the video when I upload it or re-upload it and make it public. So, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, like, I'm just reading what Lotus just said. When I was at that point that he's at, it's like coming up on your first 100. You're like, wow, I might actually have something here. You know what I'm saying? It blows my mind, guys. It blows my mind. So, guys, with that being said, thank you all of you. Don't even know how many people are here, but everybody who said hello, joined in, had a dialogue tonight, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I'll end my babbling right now. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good evening, good night. Good night to all of us here on the East Coast. I'll see you guys later. Catch you on the next one.